My mod, Soma, has sent a video. Mushoku Tensei has by far the best female cast in anime. Let's go and watch it.
Tensei has the best female characters in anime. Now that's a statement.
The editing is also, like, pretty good so far.
I mean, that sounds like an oxymoron, and if you've forgotten...
That's just not true? Lying. Have you watched the anime? Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Sylphie! Oh my god! Sylphie. I'm sorry, I'm thinking about, Sylphie. Sylphie. Eris. Roxy. Sarah. Zenith.
Third grade English, that is a combination of contradictory
He just like me for real.
words put together in this vast world of anime with casts like One Piece with Nico Robin, Nami, and Vivi, to casts like Bleach with Rukia, Yorochi, and Orimi, to Naruto with Sakura. In anime it seems like this, to an MC that was
Best scene of the show, not this one. Where is it? This one right here. Oh man, y'all ever seen the Roxy scene in Mushoku Tensei? Roxy scene, Mushoku Tensei. Where's the one? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there's. What if we just like Gooner? Do not pull that up. Too late. It's pulled up.
弟は嫌だ。今日は一つ声でもかけてみるか。お父さん、お母さん、裸で何してるの？言い訳が楽しみだぜ。
Yes. Pink! It's pink!
Roxy とて年頃の娘。
I'm sorry. Anyway, let's move on.
an MC that wipes up someone after a one-night stand twice, making a statement like Mushoku Tensei having the best female character in anime sounds, well, it sounds like a load of bullshit. And as I started thinking about it and the code started downloading in my peanut brain, I came to one conclusion, that Mushoku Tensei undoubtedly...
Why is he pronouncing it like this? It's Mushoku Tensei. Mushoku Tensei. Why are you pronouncing it Mushoku Tensei? What the f are you doing?
Understands and elevates female characters better than any other anime. I think when breaking it down, you need to understand every character represents a different aspect of character building, and each of them have their own respective greatness, from Roxy being the strongest supporting character to Sarah being the
That's wrong! Sylphie's amazing!
most relatable, to Lilia showing off the understanding of world building, to then mixing in Norn and Aisha to bring in the best dynamic.
Oh man, I sure do love my cute and funny characters like Norn and Aisha. I sure do love my cute and funny characters like Norn and Aisha.
Series, to the fact that Eris could literally be the main character, and then
Eris should step on me.
finally Sylphie, who I think counters every single argument I'm gonna make in this video, and is the sole hole in my logic.
Shut the fuck up. No, what are you talking about? Sylphie's amazing. Shut the fuck. No. Don't let him cook. No, I'm gonna stop watching it. No, don't say
But
it.
maybe not. But maybe she is. But maybe we should start with Roxy, who...
Sylphie was the worst of the girls. Did you finish season 2? Or did you even start season 2? Did you start season 2? Have you seen season 2? I'm up to date with season 2. Well, okay, that's wrong. Wrong opinion.
recently in the anime got Rudis to cheat on Sylphie like a you-know-what protagonist, but she didn't know. Right? Roxy, in essence, has become a bigger poster child of Mushoku Tensei than Rudis, but her being the strongest supporting character may cause some jarring reactions like what about Ruijerd, or Eris, or even Paul. And that's fair, you can make an argument for all those characters, but I think there's aspects to Roxy's story that rivals the morals of Ruijerd and the...
No. Sylphie is amazing. I love. Oh god. Sylphie, I love you. I need elf wife. I need elf wife that helps cure me of my my erectile dysfunction so bad.
development of Eris is the fact that she's actually weak.
D1 Sylphie Glazer. I used to be a D1 Eris Glazer, and then Eris abandoned our boy. Eris just left our boy hanging. So who's left to pick up the pieces and put them all together but Sylphie? Fuck Roxy. Her ass ain't do shit. She didn't even remember him. Rudius, when she saw him after all those years, she didn't even remember.
compared to Rudis, but also is the most essential part of getting Rudis out of his shell. What do I actually mean by that? If it wasn't for Roxy, Rudis' bum-ass, sorry-ass would still be sitting, moping around talking about how the outside world is scary, little bro is hiding behind the wall. Roxy may be the definition of the meme when you introduce your friend to a game and he becomes better than you at it, but still, remember, a character's worth isn't just measured by their strength. Jesus Christ, that sounds like something Dr. K would say. Your worth isn't measured by your net worth. And if Dr. K were here, he would tell you to leave a like on this video, comment, and share it with literally everyone you know.
I'm gonna kill
and follow me on Twitter. But anyways, if you take Roxy out of the story, our MC literally would not be able to function in this world. And it's not like she was just used as a plot device to get Rudis over his past, but she also grows on her own. She leaves them knowing she wants to get stronger and even helping round up his family and allying herself with people that there's no way that Roxy at the start of the series would. And
look, maybe I need to go back and rewatch season 1. Maybe that's my issue for not glazing Roxy as much as I am. Maybe I need to go back and rewatch season 1, but I don't think Roxy was this great of a character. She was very important and she's a great character. You just have an elf fetish. What of it?
And there's not many anime out there that respect their female characters enough to give them such an important role when it comes to the main character. Specifically, most of the time when female characters have highlights, it's their own individual story, or they're just someone for the MC to come and save. And even though Rudis does save her,
Roxy has barely had screen time. After season 2, Sylphiette's had way more screen time than Roxy, just total.
I guess she saves Rudis too. I didn't mean it like that. I meant the other way. Alright, so let's jump to the most underrated character in the series and the one that got disrespected the most, in Sarah. Now, Sarah is a character that most people forgot about.
I get it. I get why Sarah was mad at Rudius. I mean, like, she had every right to be mad at Rudius, right? Okay, so like, okay, Sarah, right? Sarah, right? I liked her. I really liked Sarah. I thought she was great. You know, she was like Roxy, but like a little worse, right? Or not Roxy, Eris. She was like Eris, but a little worse, right? And I liked her. She was chill. She was cute. She's sexy. She's cute. She's funny. Issue with Sarah is that Rudius couldn't get hard. Okay, I'm just gonna say it, right? Rudius couldn't get it up when they fucked, right? And rightfully, she felt bad, right? She felt bad that like maybe she wasn't good enough for Rudius in that moment, right? Sylphie didn't do that, and Sylphie was very understanding, and she wasn't mad at Rudius, and she wanted to help. She was able to hear him out. Like, I'm gonna speak in my own experiences. I've had issues with performance anxiety plenty of times in my life, and it's like I get it. I get it what it feels like to be in Rudius' side, where it's like, damn, like I like you, but like I just can't get it up, guys. Come on. It's hard. Not actually, poor choice of words. It's not hard. Quite literally, it's not hard. That's just how it goes, right? You know, and so like I can be a little mad at Sarah for thinking that it was her, that she was the issue, but I understand why. And then Rudius immediately saying that she's just some girly bitch who he doesn't care about. Yeah, it's totally justifiable for her to never want to see him again. You know what? That's just how life goes.
She was only in like 5 episodes, but it was nice because she was the only female character that wasn't obsessed with Rudius from the get-go. Until, oh shit.
Oh.
Wait.
Oh.
Hold on. What was that? She calls him to have ED? A side character? Okay, so what exactly makes her so relatable? I think
she didn't cause him to have ED. Eris caused him to have ED because he had a fear of women abandoning him. And so that Sarah was just the one that he realized he had ED with, unfortunately. Right? That's just how it goes. Sarah didn't cause him to have ED.
It's the fact that out of every character in this world, she is the only one that has human reactions, and is most akin to what would happen if a normal person was just dropped into this universe. Her strength level is mediocre, not bad, but nothing to write home about. She's angry that they're bringing around some brooding dingo everywhere they go, but then she eventually gets trapped with him on a mission to then becoming infatuated with dingo everywhere
Honestly,
they go. But then
I'd fall for Rudius too if I saw him naked in a cave like this healing me. Honestly? Rudius is a great looking man. Ignore what he looked like in his past life. Ignore that. He's a good looking guy.
infatuated with
Rudius has genuinely made me have gym goals where it's like I go to the gym and be like, I want to look like Rudius.
But then she eventually gets trapped
New life Rudius, not past life Rudius.
with him on a mission, to then becoming infatuated with him because he saves her, to then making moves looking like she actually liked him, only for him to act like an idiot and she actually doesn't run back to him. And I think there's something special when anime and writers in general give a character who is by all means not special at all limelight. See how normal people in this world react, and it serves as a reminder that the main character and main cast aren't just gonna get what they want.
Rudius just like me. Honestly, first time I went through a major breakup, I wanted to kill myself too. Dude, that's so real. That's so real, Rudius. I wanted to kill myself too, buddy. You're so real. Whoever that guy is, what's his name? Soldat? Or yeah, that's his, I think Soldat is that the guy's name? This guy was the biggest bro ever. He was such a huge bro. I hated him at first, but like the minute he was like, let's go fuck some bitches. Like, you just went through a breakup. Let's go get you some pussy, bro. I was like, dude, that's a real friend right there. That's a real friend right there. Getting pussy for my man. It didn't work, but he tried.
At any turn, you could argue that to this point in the anime, no character has come close to humbling Rudius as bad as she did. I think it's safe to say most fans would want to see her get checked in on later in the anime because of the fact that she made the most of her time on screen. I don't think any anime gives female characters like this the limelight to just be normal. And much like Roxy, you can see the impact Rudius leaves on her and vice versa, which makes you sit back and go like, damn, in a world of monsters, magic, and kings, you still can't lose the tension that comes from personal relationships.
Biggest monster ever is trying to rizz up someone that you have feelings for. Like, if you have mild interest in somebody, dude, that's harder than any fucking Dark Souls boss you'll ever have in your entire life. Trying to rizz up a person you like, that's crazy. That Dark Souls. It is the Dark Souls of relationships.
So that was wholesome, but now I'm going to defend the most loyal homewrecker in all of anime in Lilia. Look, I know. How could Lilia be one of the leaders of Mushoku Tensei, having the best female characters in anime? She got Paul to cheat. Yes.
She got some dick.
This is true. We can't change that, but let's be real here. Lilia actually does represent the best understanding of world in any character in the series, and even her trait of loyalty can only be rivaled by Paul. Yes, I said Paul. Which is a whole nother video, which let me know down below if you want to see the argument for that. So what do I mean in terms of Lilia?
Lilia's so hot in the manga. Send me a pic.
In the world, well, there's a lot of anime and isekai in general where you're like, would a character like this actually exist in this type of setting? Like, would a Romy actually act like that in the world of Bleach? Probably not.
Who the fuck
but Lilia, on the other hand, is a character with flaws that is anything but pure, and this doesn't make her bad in any way because there's a lot of characters in the world that are far from pure, like Paul, Rudius, Elenise. The list goes on. When you look at media that take place in this setting, from Game of Thrones, Free Reign, and Witcher 3, it shows what people were like back then when it comes to sleeping around and maid culture. But she represents a female character of a fantasy world in the most literal sense possible, and the anime doesn't go out of its way to disrespect her as a character or anything like that, and instead highlights her loyalty. And I mean, she literally stuck to Paul to the very end, was even loyal to Rudius to the point of leaving him with her daughter. I think the pinnacle scene of this happened in the anime recently when she told Rudius to leave Zenith to her, because there's this narrative in anime that the main character is literally the only person who can do anything. Like, you know when you're playing a game and you have an AI support character that does jack shit while you're trying to take on a literal army by yourself?
To a video right now.
That's most anime side characters, and definitely most female characters in anime, but her character is far from that, and you can tell that her words have weight on.
Unfortunately, dude, I need more freaky people in my life. I need more freaky people in my life. Like, I was gonna say Aisha. I meant Lilia. I was about to say Aisha. They both look the same. I need more freaky people in my life like Lilia.
Paul, Zenith, and Rudius, and she's treated as an actual member of the family, despite the fact that she is just their maid. And most anime and media wouldn't give Lilia half the moment she does have in the series, and she has way more depth than any character in Black Clover by a landslide.
Oh man, he kind of spitting on that one.
I'm sorry, I like Black Clover. I was just trying to be mean. But who is next? Who is the next female legend of this series? And it's
there's CD drama audio for Paul, which the anime didn't include. Ooh. What if instead of Panky, he was called Freaky instead of... No, wait, that changes nothing?
Actually a duo of Norn and Aisha. The inclusion of them in the list...
So cute and funny. Oh boy.
They shock you, but the two characters create such a unique juxtaposition, and to be honest, without them, the second half of season 2 would be a lot.
I fucking hate Norn. Aisha is so much better. Oh my god, I hate Norn. Oh my god. Norn is such a bitch. Although Norn was kind of spitting when the whole polyamorous relationship thing started happening. She was kind of spitting though. I won't lie. Although, like, she was disrespecting Roxy a lot, but she was like, damn, what the fuck are you doing, man? So true, Norn. I didn't like the poly relationship either, but we just kind of gotta deal with it.
I mean, a lot less interesting. Their dynamic is a little basic and very, very anime-esque. One quiet, one loud, one talented, and one really not. One likes Rudis and one wants to see him unalived in the worst way imaginable. But the thing is, the depth of these characters and the strength and the writing behind them is actually...
Poly relationships aren't cringe. I'm just not a fan of them personally.
better
like,
than any character in Black Clover, and I mean that for real this time. Both Norn and Aisha have backstories and mini arcs about them, and their morals are thought through and developed. And Norn is one of the most interesting characters in the series because she was used as the ultimate learning lesson to Rudis, and he sees himself in the mirror when he sees her. When Norn hates Rudis with all of her being for how he was to her father, for his reputation around the school, the author is using her as the ultimate highlighter for all of Rudis' issues, because to this point in the series where everything seems to be going right for Rudis, it's like he can do no wrong, every character is glazing him like crazy. She's just like, nah, fuck all that. To be honest, their relationship carries the first half of season 2 part 2, and Aisha isn't used as much in the newest season, but there's still interest in her character because she seems strong and her sense of loyalty is kind of creepy. I'm assuming there's going to be another huge jump in time at some point.
I guarantee you she's... Chat, I'm gonna say it. If chat, I'm gonna say it. I wouldn't be surprised if the author tries to do an Ori emo thing, you know, just like even as a joke. They just try to do an Ori emo thing. I'm just gonna say it. Maybe I wouldn't be surprised.
In series, and I feel like her character and Eris are gonna end up being very similar by the end of the story. And speaking of her, let's go to most.
I'm gonna be so honest. Say it. What are you gonna say? There's gonna be more incest. Let's go! Let's go! Sorry, my bad. Oh, wait,
character who I'm assuming there's going to be another huge jump in time at some point in the series, and I feel like her character and Eris are going to end up being very similar by the end of the story. And speaking of her, let's go to most people's favorite side character who can probably be the main character.
Eris used to be my favorite. Eris used to be my favorite because she's a tsundere, right? I love tsunderes. I love how cute she is when she's being all pouty. I love the loyalty that she had for Rudius, and how like I love all the scenes where like they were like sleeping together, and like that was cute. That was very sweet. That was very endearing. It's just I still haven't recovered from my trauma of her leaving us so suddenly, you know? I haven't recovered from that.
In Eris.
I do want her to kick my dick though. For real.
So I don't know if I need to sell you on Eris being able to hold her own as the main character of the series. I feel like you need a crash course on common sense if you doubt that. But in case you do, her character journey is literally unlike anything we've ever seen, and even more so than Rudis, she has a lot of things that could be her purpose. You see, Rudis, he's just a dude trying to live life. You know what I'm talking about? The pursuit of happiness type of her purpose. You see, Rudis,
show it again.
He's just a dude trying to live life. You know what I'm talking?
Yes, that's the good. That's the good stuff. Yeah.
Talking about the pursuit of happiness type of shit. Like, he's just going around trying to bag girls, do the magic thing on the side, chill, be happy. Eris, on the other hand, is literally trying to become the strong.
Flat elf, flat girls are the only girls I want. Flat or nothing. Get out of here.
Swordswoman of all time while retaking her kingdom that was obliterated. She's lost her family, and her remaining family betrayed her.
Ghislaine, people sleep on Ghislaine. Ghislaine, a fucking muscle mommy.
Let's just say she's got a lot of shit going on. Even from the point we've seen her from her introduction, you could argue that she's grown more than Rudis as a character. We haven't really seen anything on her lately, and I'm sure she's gonna make a Marvel character cameo at the end of season 2.
MG, what the fuck are you doing here? I'm gonna kill you. What are you doing here? We appreciate flat women. You're literally subbed to Louie Lumi. She's the most flat fucking VTuber I can think of. Get out of here.
Be Rudis' third wife. I am an anime only. Please do not confirm nor deny my suspicions. That now seems really obvious after the last episode, but I think the reaction she's gotten from the fandom represents the larger issue in media quite well. You see, there's this narrative that people hate when shows mix in different genders, orientations, and race into a story. This is why people dislike these shows, because they claim they're trying to be woke. And don't get me wrong, there's people that hate these shows for these reasons, but the thing is, the vast majority of people that hate on these shows isn't because of any of those factors, but it's because they're just written like shit. The forefront of this argument right now is Star Wars Acolyte, and people are saying the show is only getting review bombed for DEI reasons, and that's not the case at all, because the show just fucking sucks. And I think
it does kind of spit in the face of Star Wars lore. I've heard my friends rant about Star Wars Acolyte quite a bit, and there's a lot of stuff it does that kind of spits in the face of Star Wars lore.
proof of that is the best show on TV.
To be fair, all Disney does is spit on Star Wars lore, so it's not much different from the usual.
Right now is House Dragon. This is the most inclusion any Game of Thrones series has had ever, and I literally have never seen anyone remotely complain about the show because it just slaps, and low-key has a potential to be better than Game of Thrones, but you did not hear that from me. Point being, in how it relates to Eris, I think it goes to show that nobody who's sensible is going to hate on a character regardless of how they're drawn or what race they are or what gender they are. It's really if they're well written, and that's what matters, and it's safe to say she's probably the best written character in the series, having many...
I really need to rewatch season 1 because I like... my entire mind is filled with Sylphie from season 2 because of how perfect she was and how much I need her. But if I go back and watch season 1, maybe I'd agree.
Flaws that she works on. She fails many times. She goes through deep trauma. She doesn't just bend to the main character's will. So with all that being said, let's go on to the whole and all this logic and this argument, the error, and the only one who can tear down this video in Sylphie.
Shut the fuck up. No, stop. Don't say that.
Don't dislike her character. I'm sure she's some of your favorite characters.
I hate this guy. Mods, can we throw bricks at this guy's house, please? Thank you.
It's not that she's particularly bad written, and it's not like there's anything glaringly wrong with her. It's sort of just like she adheres to most of the negative female tropes in the anime genre. Like being committed to Rudis on a really weird level, and look, that's not the end of the world, but she really does have no goals of her own, and I hear you. By that logic, how is Lilia good and Sylphie bad? Well, Lilia can't use magic and isn't on the king's guard of a princess, and I feel there's so much more potential for her character. She's sort of just there, and I get her personality is timid, but she doesn't do anything to stand out, and she is a nice character, but being the main female lead and so strongly just simping for the main character and not having any moment of her own that stands out, with no character defining moment, the whole argument of strong female characters with depth and unique attributes kind of goes out the window with her. But like I said, she's definitely not a bad character, but for being one of the leading females, there was just a lot of room for her to have moments, at least. With all that being said, I still do
she had a... I don't know. I'm trying to think of a way to like disagree with this man. I think it was like the first episode of season 2 where it focused on just Sylphie. Like that. She had her character development off screen. She didn't have her character development off screen. It's just the anime hasn't shown us the character development because she had her character development. It was with the time when she was with the princess, and we saw a little bit of that, right? We saw a little bit of that. It's just we haven't seen it, you know? So it's like, hopefully the anime does go back and try and fill in some gaps with Sylphie to like show us her character development. But I think you're right, where it's like her character development happened a little more off screen than it did on screen.
I feel like Mushoku Tensei has one of the best casts in the medium, if not the best, because no other cast has the amount of variability and depth as this one, with almost every character having important moments that affect the world.
The OVA for season 2? Well, are you talking about the OVA as in the one where we see her teleport to the princess and shit? Are you talking about that one? Yeah.
Narrative and the main character. Well, many of them steal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like we saw a little bit of that. I didn't know that was an OVA. I thought that was just like the start of season 2. But like, yeah, that's what I was talking about. Like we saw a little bit of it. We just didn't see all of it.
Limelight from Rudis time and time again. So don't worry too much about what I said about Sylphie being bad. So check out this video on why anime doesn't hit the same anymore, and don't forget
throw bricks at this guy's house. I like Eris. I'm not saying I don't like Eris. I just still feel hurt about her abandoning us like that. But yeah, I like the video. Like, yeah, like it is true that the show does. This show has some of the best character writing I've seen in all of anime, like ever.